What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you guys to my channel, Honor Your Temple. My name is Jonathan. This is going to be part 2 of a series that I'm in called Build Your Temple, where I'm just going over different styles of workouts that I know a lot of you guys that will follow my channel will incorporate in your training. And I'm just going to give you guys the basics of really how to structure these workouts to give you the best results and help you build muscle, build strength, and just get the overall physique that you want. In part 2, we're going to be focusing on the legs. So I'm going to give you guys all the different components that you want in a lower body workout that's going to give you the best results in building muscle strength and power in the lower body. So let's get into it. All right, so when it comes to our leg workouts, any and every leg workout, we should have our 3 main movements. That's going to be a squat, there's going to be a hinge, and there's going to be a lunge. Those 3 movements are the main functional movements that you will incorporate in your everyday life, whether it's to bend down and pick up something, whether you're squatting and sit down on a chair, just whatever it is. Building those functional movements are going to give you a lot of benefits, not just in the way your lower body will look and develop, but in just your functionality and the way you move and feel throughout your day. So there's going to be many different options when it comes to squatting, right? You have a barbell squat, you can do a goblet squat, you can do even split squats, you even have, your Smith machine squats and all those different ways that we can. Depending on your body and your limitations, your injuries and how it moves is going to really, determine which of those styles of squats that you do choose. I will tell you, for me, barbell squatting is going to be an absolute top choice for me if you can, just because of the load that you can put on it and how you can progressively overload barbell back squatting and how physically taxing it is to be able to get the results that you want. But really, just as long as you incorporate a squat that is comfortable for you, that is going to be perfectly fine for your lower body. Lunges as well, so I am definitely big on reverse lunges, but if you want to front lunge or even side lunge, any type of lunge pattern is going to be just fine, making sure we incorporate that to get the flexibility and the mobility, especially through your hip string, or especially through your TFL and your hip flexors. And then any hinge movement, so whether it's going to be a RDL with dumbbells, even deadlifts for some of you guys that may incorporate deadlifts on a lower body day. Those 3 major movements right there are going to be big for just your overall lower body development. Okay, after we have those main 3 movements in your leg workouts, that's where you can kind of get creative, okay? And it's going to really depend on just your overall goals and what you want. So if you're really trying to develop your hamstring specifically, you can add in those 3 movements and then start adding in isolation movements like a hamstring curl, for example, to be able to really develop, and actually isolate the hamstring muscle that you really want to develop. And then adding in your little isolation lifts, even like glute bridges, for example, for those of you guys that want to really develop your glutes. It's another good one for a lower body day. Same with your calves, right? So you can add those 3 movements in there. And if you know that, your calves are a muscle that you want to develop, you add in an isolation lift with your calf raises. Same can be for quads. If you're trying to develop the quads, you can add in leg extensions, even though if I were you, I would definitely stick with more of like a step up or an explosive movement alongside those 3 movements, just because it's going to be more functional. I'm not against leg extensions because I know they are great for developing the quads, but they are a less functional movement. And, for some people, it can lead to injury along the line. So I would say doing a step up is going to be able to help you load the quad a little bit better and in a more functional way to help you develop more power and strength to be able to really develop the power that you want in the muscle in your quads. So exercises like that are going to be great ways to kind of like fill out the rest of your leg workouts to get the best result from them. Another big thing too when it comes to your leg workouts is going to be like your reps and sets, right? So my big thing is those major compound movements, which are going to be your squatting movements and especially your hinging movements. Both of those movements are going to be movements that I would stick in between kind of like the max strength rep ranges and the hypertrophy rep ranges to really help you develop and build muscle, which those are going to be anywhere between 1 to as much as 15 reps in between those really heavy compound movements. Because you can go in at the end of your leg workouts and start isolating, your quads and putting in more volume with other exercises that aren't going to be as, compound in nature to really help target that. But on your big, heavy compound lifts, like your squatting movements and your hinging movements especially, shoot for lower rep ranges and go heavier on the weight on those. And then for your isolation lifts, you can very much so stick to higher rep ranges just to get the maximum volume and to begin to break down your muscle tissue so it can begin to build not just the strength, but also, the vascularity in yourself, the look in yourself, and the cut and definition through your muscles to really get them to pop and show. So that's how I would structure your leg workouts. And I will also give you guys like a little example of, like a leg day of how, if you were going to do it, how you would structure it to give you guys the best results. I'll bring that through the ticker. You guys will see that now, just to give you a little example of what we're doing. All right, guys, that's going to be it, for this leg workout. I hope you guys enjoyed the information in that. I hope that helped you guys too with, just some of the exercises and things that, I recommend to you. I know there's a lot of different, things that people are going to tell you to do or may not tell you to do. So this is just from my experience and what I know is going to be the most functional and going to give you guys the best results in many different ways, just not even outside of building muscle, to get you the results you want. So I hope you guys see great results from this. If you guys do or have any questions, feedbacks, or concerns, definitely leave all of that in the comments below. Definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well. Honor Your Temple is all about just helping you maximize the one life and one body that you have. We get one life and we get one body, and I believe that you maximize that by focusing on your health and fitness first, and also establishing your faith and your relationship with God. I believe if you have those two things intact, that everything else that your purpose to do in life can flourish. And this channel is all about just helping you get on the path towards that. So if you guys rock with that and want to become a part of this community, definitely be sure to subscribe, man, and can't wait for you guys to join. And thank you guys for tuning in.